Why aren't your shoulders growing? Most likely, it's because you do not have enough intensity and you've got too much volume. So come with me and I'm going to show you how to fix that. And we're going to make those delts grow. Come on. The philosophy of this training routine is a lot like my others. We want to be very intense, very focused, and we want to go heavy in our first couple exercises to really tear down muscle fiber, and we still want to do stretch and fatigue. But how do you really stretch out these delts and fatigue them out? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that, and so you just got to follow along. With this workout, we are going to focus on intensity and the quality of motion to really stimulate growth. We want those shoulder joints completely warmed up, so when we get to the heavy stuff, the heavy working sets, we're going to tear down muscle fiber and not damage your joint. And that is the most important thing. We're here to grow, not to damage your joints. The first exercise that we're going to do is an alternating dumbbell front raise, and this is really going to activate that front delt. Now, when I watch a lot of people do this, all I see is swing, 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 and it's all momentum. And that is the exact opposite of what we are trying to do. We are trying to make that mind-muscle connection. And you can get that mind-muscle connection just by putting your hand over, putting my hand right here, and I'm pushing up. And I can feel the contraction of this muscle. And I can feel it just by slowly raising it up, and I can feel that contraction. So when I do this exercise, I almost always wear a tank top. Well, I like to see what it looks like, right? So I can see that front delt activate each time. Now, I have my arms slightly bent. My thumb is in the up position because this is going to hit more of that anterior delt, which is what we're shooting for. And I'm going to come up, try to hold it for just a moment and control it on the way down. So you want to be very precise with this motion. So I'm going to do 3 sets of 12, 10, and 8. And I'm going to set the load between 50% of my 100% max. So if I want to do 8, I'm going to top out about 60 pounds on the last set. Are they going to be super pretty? No. And are they going to be hard as hell? Yes. So I'm going to do 50, 75. So for me today, I'm doing a set of 30s, a set of 45s, and a set of 60s. And we're going to see how this goes. So that was a set of 12 on each side. And now I feel like I've got a good pump. And I'm also in here, I've already taken my pre-workout and my pump product. And in here I got my EAAs and some cluster dextrin because I know this is going to be a longer workout today. And I've got some filming to do. And this is some good stuff. All right, this is my second set. 45 pounds, 10 reps per side, total count to 20. Well, that was a bit more of a bitch today. All right, here we go. This is my last set of alternating front dumbbell raises. This is a set of 60s. I never said they'd be really pretty, but they're gonna be very intense, very heavy. I'm gonna do them to the best of my ability. Hopefully I'll get a set of 8 out of this. And this is a heavy. Now, it's crazy way the light is in here. With my white hair, it looks like I have a freaking halo, and I promise you, I am no angel. Well, maybe my mom thought I was an angel, I'm not sure. So when we're doing those Smith machine exercises, tempo is really important, and you need to have full control over the weight, and you're not just pushing the weight, you're not using momentum. And that's why you want to have your hands here out in front, so that we're really using that front delt and not putting so much strain onto the shoulder joint itself. And having this extra supported musculature really is going to help. 3 sets, I always do 50% load, 70% load, 100% load, and that last set should be a real bitch. With that particular exercise, it is one of my favorites. And if you have a workout partner or just someone who can spot you for that last set, do that so you can go as heavy as you possibly can. And that way we're going to tear down that tissue and make those shoulders grow. If you feel like you've gotten value from this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Masters Muscle. All right, with this front delt exercise, remember, it's better to use an underhand grip with your elbow slightly bent and to use an overhand grip. I promise you're gonna get more muscle stimulation with the underhand grip. And in this neutral position, it's a little easier on your shoulders instead of having your hands twisted out like this. So that's why I use an easy bar. Once again, I want you to do like 3 sets, 10 reps, and it needs to be a rate of perceived exertion of around a 7. So that 3rd set should be a real bitch. So, I always suggest having like a 2-second hold at the top, 2-second eccentric part of the motion to really fatigue out. And you want to be down to the pants so we get a good full range of motion on this. It's really hard to stretch your front delt and find a good exercise to do this, but I promise that exercise is a great way to finish off your front delts. So when I start working my side delts, I want to be able to go really heavy, but I want to be in control. And for the first exercise, I want to take the stabilizers out. So I can either use this Arsenal lateral machine, which I absolutely adore, or if you don't feel like your elbows or wrists are up to it, you can use this Matrix lateral raise machine. And the key to both of these is to keep your chest up and out and your head up, because when your chest is down and your neck is down, it's really easy to incorporate your traps into this. And what we want to focus on is just that side delt right there. So you never need to come straight to parallel, because that's going to activate your trap. And so you only need to go out here. So I'm going to use the Arsenal lateral raise for this particular exercise. And I'm going to do 3 sets. I'm going to do a set of 12 at 50% load, a set of 10 at 70% load, and a set of 8. And it's going to be some bitch. I'm going to do my very best. I want this heavy, I want this tearing down muscle fiber, and let's get this bad boy going. I'm going to do a set of 12 on this, and since this is 50% of where I predict my top load is going to be, I want to make sure I use a good tempo. So I'm going to have my hands slightly out in front of me when I do this, and I'm pushing down and out. I'm not lifting my arms up, I'm pushing down and pushing out. So I push down, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to do a set of 12 here. So let's do this. This is my second set. This is 70% of my load. So this is 110. I want to be in control the whole time with this one. And I don't want to get this sloppy. And you'll notice that I'm wearing the Versa grips. So I keep my hand arced down so the load is carrying here, so I don't bother the flexors on top of my arm because they can get a little bit of tendonitis. So here we go, set of 10. All right, guys, this is the top set on this particular exercise. This is 150 pounds. 6 to 8 is my rep range. Do the very best that I can. Try to keep my head up, try to keep the traps out of it. And I'm gonna take my time with this so I can really do this right. Really brace my core. And here we go. Up. 3. That is what intensity is about. All right, this next exercise is called a chest supported lateral raise. And the point is I want to take all the momentum out of this lateral raise. So what I'm going to do, I'm not having my arms out parallel. They're coming slightly forward and I'm not coming all the way to the top, but I want to be in control the entire way. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm pushing out, not up with my arms. Now, if you're feeling this in your traps, then you're doing it wrong because you're lifting your shoulders like this. So once again, I want you to think about, I'm pushing out. Now, you might need a weight onto the bottom of your chair if it rolls, because just like that rolled on front of me. So I need to plant myself a little better. So what you want to do, you're not going to parallel. You want to do 3 sets, maybe 8 to 12 reps, but it needs to be in full control the entire time. And this is one of those exercises where we're tearing down muscle fiber and we want to go as hard as we possibly can. And having a workout partner behind you, helping you with some negatives would be great. You also don't need to keep your arm perfectly straight. If you have it slightly bent, that will work just as well. So this is a really good exercise. Make sure you use it. All right, here I am just hanging out. I'm about to do some table lateral raises, and this is my stretch and fatigue set. So I'm coming all the way to the middle. I'm coming all the way up here, so I'm getting a good full range of motion. I don't need to go super heavy on this. I just really need to stretch out that muscle and fatigue it out. I'm gonna do 3 sets. My first set's kind of light. I'm gonna do a set of 12, and I'm gonna tempo it 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Third set, set of 10, or second set, set of 10, third set, set of 10. And as I said, I'm primarily interested in just fatiguing this muscle out. So let's get started on this first set. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2. And you can see that I'm using my grips so that I'm not really holding on to this at all. The grips are doing that work. So I have no force into my flexors and extenders. It's all delt that's doing the work. Boop. There we go. Yeah, and I feel that. So I'm gonna get on to set 2 and 3, alternate sides, and get this routine burned out. Now that you've done all that work with your delts, you have to go home and you have to feed them. You know, when you tear down muscle fiber, that's fine and dandy, but now you have to go home and you have to put the protein back in to make these puppies grow. So if you want nice, juicy, round shoulders, you gotta eat. So I still recommend that you use a pump product and your essential amino acids, perhaps an intra-workout for some cluster dextrin if you need that extra energy, if you're doing this on a slightly empty stomach. But nutrition is the real key to make your shoulders grow. You know, having the right workout style is really important, but it's a combination of the right workout style, good nutrition, rest and recovery, sleep, and that is what is going to make your body grow.